C3 survival is here. How this works is each player starts with 10,000 health and takes damage each round based off how far behind first place they are. 1 second is 1,000 damage, though after 1 second, the damage slowly starts to drop off with a cap at 2,000, so one bad round isn't too punishing. There are 2 stages, a qualifier and a finals. The qualifier will feature 3 maps and will be played in 2 separate lobbies until the top 12 in each. The finals will combine these remaining 24 players and introduce 2 new maps. Let's go first round, we're just jumping into it. So the maps are not blind, they are well practiced, so I know what to do on each map. We can go over some specific lines. My splits on this map, this one is going to be pretty telling. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I have pretty good times on all the maps, so I'm going to expect to see a lot of orange splits. We're just doing 2-minute rounds, so it's more so about consistency than it is like setting a world record. And I just want to take this first run, ease into it a bit, and just set a time down. Get into the flow of the tournament. This is not the same as Cup of the Day, so I'm actually a bit more nervous. Like, I'm not really ever nervous for Cup. I want to do well in this, and I want people to have fun in this, so a little bit of nerves. That's a decent first time. I'm looking for like 41-4, 41-5 on this map in 2-minute rounds. So I'm right now in lobby 1. I think there's like 25 people here. There's 20, I think high 20s in the other lobby. So we're just playing to top 12 right now in the qualifier. And then we are going to combine the top 24, like top 12 from each lobby. We're going to combine into one lobby and then play out the rest of the tournament from there. So shouldn't really have any issues, I don't think, making the top 12. I've practiced these maps. I think I'm fairly strong on them, but it's going to be important to make sure we do set good times. Winning rounds, it would be very important because the winner doesn't take damage, but looks like Zoman's going to take this one. Some notable people in the other lobby, I know Kern's in there, Hydro, Round, Lexer. So other lobby is also pretty strong. Zoman, Jake Adjacent, I know have practiced quite a bit. YOLO, I believe, has practiced a good bit. So it seems the lobbies are relatively balanced. We're going to be playing for top 24. So unfortunately for me, I'm going to take 200 damage there because, oh, Zoman did improve anyways. But there's a minimum of 200 damage. So me and Sad Doge both took 200. Even though Sad Doge is much closer to Zoman, we both were within the minimum damage range, so that's a bit unfortunate, but I think that matters more in the finals than it does in this like qualifying stage, because if we only take 200 damage each round, we're certainly going to qualify for the finals. I think my strategy again is just going to be take my first run. So this map, that wood section is super important. 140 there is okay. I definitely want 142 or higher. 143 would be nice. 144 is like world record pace. So I just want to take my first run and get times on the board. I don't want to mess around with DNF. So DNF is 2,000 damage. There's a cap at 2,000. So in first for now. I expect Zoman and Jake Adjacent both to pass that. Yeah, Jake Adjacent does. Let's get a good rundown. Let's win one of these. And we can see the health bar over the other players in the lobby. So that's pretty cool. I like this mod a lot. I think there's a lot of potential with it. This is the first tournament we're doing where we have this mod. I want to focus up here a bit and just get a good run. Let's see if I can win. Nope, that's not going to do it, but I have time for reset. Zoman with the 0.5. That's a solid time. Ooh, that's wide. I got to get into the flow in the tournament. This map, I was looking at 0.5 pretty consistent for 2-minute rounds on this map. Not going to get it here, but I feel like I need to get into the flow. I wouldn't be surprised if Zoman improves that either. Zoman has looked very strong on a lot of these maps. He's coming into the finish. Yeah, the 0.4. So I'm going to take 400 damage here. That's pretty fast. The 0.4 is good. So if we look at GTR, actually, this isn't my PB. The times got wiped at one point in this. So, but 0.4 is pretty up there. So that's a fast time. Zoman has looked very good. He's going to be kind of the raid boss of this lobby, I think. But that's okay. I don't need to beat Zoman in qualifier. I need to make top 12. Top 12 advance. Okay, this map. I don't know how confident I am on this map. I've set really strong times, and I've seemed to set pretty strong times somewhat consistently. The issue is my PB on this map had an unbelievable start. So we're just going to be orange this whole way, and that's just what we're going to have to deal with. So, like, there, I had green time, but down 2 speed, that matters a lot. So, like, by the next checkpoint, I would have been pretty orange. And that's okay. I just need to set decent times for now. Yeah, this seems like an okay start. Hopefully I pass YOLO so I don't have to look at him. I never want to look at YOLO. And then the rest of the map from here on out is kind of just pretty standard. You don't need to worry about too much. I tend to not have any issues once we get past the start. It's just, I can't replicate my PB start. Like, at all. I think it's probably pacing for a world record, and I didn't have a great end on it, but I cannot, like, keep up with that start. I think that's not great. I don't think this is gonna be an improvement, but I am in first for now. Zoman and Jake Adjacent are the two to look out for in this lobby to take first. Beans with a pretty nice time, that 0.5 is good. We're gonna be playing for top 12. This is a very, yeah, there it is, Zoman with the 0.1. Like, that's so fast. Again, if we look at GTR, there's only 6 people that have ever put down faster. They're all, myself and Jake Jason are in the lobby and we've done it, but yeah, that's a very fast time by Zoman. He's looked very consistent. We were playing, practicing this morning, and he's looked very, very consistent. I think Kern and Round, can't count them out in the other lobby. When we get to the finals, it's gonna be a battle, I think. But we're back to the first map. The qualifier only has 3 maps. The finals, we're gonna add an additional 2 maps. Turn players off for now. Add an additional 2 maps in the finals, so there will be 5 total. And those 2 additional maps are a bit harder than these ones. So that was supposed to be for, you know, the experienced players who practiced, made it to the finals. You get a bit tougher of a map. So we will see how that works out. Just get a solid run here. Landing left side there is actually really important. It loses a lot of speed because you don't set up well for the chicane if you land right side. Decent speed here. This is an okay run. Again, at least right now, I need to worry about my consistency more than anything. In the finals, I haven't really decided what I want my strategy to be. Do I worry about consistency? I mean, a DNF is 2,000 damage, so you can't DNF. But, like, how much do I push for a first place? Because first is very valuable. You take no damage if you get first. That was actually a really nice start. That checkpoint lies, though. You can hit it at different heights, but it was a nice landing here, which matters a good bit. I think this is decent. I can push this run. Winning a round would be nice. At very least, build some confidence before the finals. Ooh, the slide out's gonna be the end of it. Yeah, I lost like 2 speed to that slide out, which doesn't sound like a lot, and it should still be a decent time. Oh, I'm just throwing now. 0.4, and Zoman has a faster 0.4. So that's 200 damage, even though I'm right behind him. Still 200 damage. Let's see. Looking at the back, I think, yeah, there's been a lot of people DNFing. Makes sense. They aren't necessarily easy maps. Playing for the top 12, and it looks like right now 12th has half of their life left. They have 5,000 health left. Ooh, I like that start. Never mind. If I can't beat Zoman on my own map, I do have an advantage here. I organized the tournament. I made one of the maps. I playtested them. So CTR members are not eligible for any of the prize money that we're playing for today, but we are playing as normal competitors would. That was a bit scared. I didn't go all the way to the top, which lost me some speed. But I do need to get a run down. I need to be consistent, so I guess it's okay to be a bit more conservative on my first run, just to make sure I don't make any major mistakes. Major mistakes are not good. Zoman, you only won with full health across both rooms. All right, let's end that. Cookie cursed him. Cookie gave him the curse. Yeah, I know. Kern, Round, Quick Racer are in the other room. Hydro. So there might be a big battle there. I gotta battle with Zoman a bit. I can't let him have full health. The 0.5 is decent, but I gotta expect Zoman's gonna beat that. Nah, I don't think this does it. Is Zoman on a run, or did we take some health from him? I think we both just improved at the end there. Oh, we did, and he... Ah. You beat me by 100th? Really? 100th? Alright, I guess that's my goal, is take health from Zoman. Top 12 is already kind of starting to get there at 4,000 health. Bury in 12th right now. I think that's going to be kind of what we keep out for, is who's battling down to make the finals. Alright, I really want to take some health off Zoman here. That being said, I don't know this is the map I do it on. I actually think the other two maps are more likely for me. But I definitely can. I'm strong on every map. Zoman also is. Alright, I keep just to get a time. It's not the greatest. It's not bad. Again, my start on my PB was unreal. So I can still get a good time with this. A good end will be good. Okay, that's fine. It's a solid run, it's not amazing. It's all we really need right now. 0.3. Jake adjacent with the 0.1, that's really fast. Maybe that takes health off Zoman. Speed is so important on this map. If you can keep some extra speed out of the start, it snowballs. I think this is pretty solid, actually. Half a speed down, okay. We'll see what we can do. This is okay. Down to third. Zoman took first. Zoman's winning each round by 100th of a second. He's winning, but come on. Alright, yeah, this is not gonna compete with the, Oh, Jake adjacent! So Zoman takes damage. He does not have time for another run. Jake adjacent will take first in this one. Nice. Let's see, where's the finish? Anyone coming in on their last runs? Nope. Wow, we're on to... I believe we're at top 13 already. I did think Qualifier was going to go pretty fast. There are some people that haven't practiced as much, and I think the finals is going to take longer. That's going to be... Everyone is practiced. There's going to be times pretty tight. So this is likely going to be the last round of Qualifier, I believe. We will see. Maybe, maybe not, but I think there's a good chance it is. Ooh, I like that start. Okay, maybe not as much as I thought. Okay, this is a decent enough run. I want to beat Zoman in at least one of these rounds. Oh, why do I keep doing that? That's something I need to fix in finals. Like, finals I do need to be really pushing. Jake adjacent with a very nice time there. It's get a good run in before finals. I do think this is the last round of the qualifier. It seems like it. There's a couple people on the bubble to be eliminated here. I need to set down good times. Oh. Alright, let's photo mode. Nathwall needs a time, and Nath is going to be out. Where is Zwippy? Zwippy needs this improvement. I don't know that he has enough time. No, he does not have enough time. So that's Nath and Zwippy going to be out. Who's going to win this? Nath is going to win the tiebreak. So Nath... Oh wait, we were at top 12. So editor sandals here. This is when I realized that someone who was still in the tournament had just left this map mid-round. So these 12 that you're seeing on your screen now are the 12 who qualified from my lobby. All right, into the finals. This is our first attempt at it. I promise I'm not losing my mind over here. The finals appear to have started. Hopefully they actually started, but I need to focus as if they did. So top 24 players, this is where you really need to focus up, set down good times. We have Mew and Owl's map being added to the rotation, so those are two slightly tougher maps than the other ones. And now we have, you know, everyone in the tournament, all the top 24. So can't really take a round off, can't have any bad rounds, need to focus up and play well. Not a good start. I think I just keep just to get a run, but I'm not very happy with this run. This is a map that I should be pretty strong on. I feel confident on it. My PB is right up there with Kern and Mew for the fastest times anyone has, and I was pretty consistent in practice on this map. But I'm just going to set down a time. This is not going to be super strong. Hopefully my second run I can clean it up a bit, because I do need to be faster on this map. This is one of my stronger maps. So that's not amazing. 46-1, not a great start. Do have time to reset and get another run in. I'm going to check this split, maybe quick reset. Yes, I bumped that wall. All right, no more resets. Let's get a good time in. I think this is a little better, hopefully. Nope, not at all. It's bad. All right, I might still be able to improve. Ooh, I think that was good. All right, need to focus up. This run can improve off my current time, even though it's not going to be a super strong run. Okay, I hit the wall. I don't even think this improves. This is a poor start from me. Maybe. It's going to be close. 0.6 down. Oh, no. Okay, well, at least I got the 45, but that's really not a strong time by me on that map. I think that's one of my better maps. In practice, I was pretty consistent with 45-5 or better, so next time that comes up, we'll need to focus, but took about 400 or 500 damage there, so that's a good bit for the first round. And now Owl's map, first time we're seeing this. This one, the start is extremely important. This is, again, a bit tougher than the qualifier maps. I think that was a decent enough start to keep. Yeah. That checkpoint can lie, but this should be an okay run. What is this? Yeah, it's a decent enough run. Again, I think I'm pretty strong on this one as well. Let's just get this into the finish line with a 48, and I'll be happy. And then this jump is pretty tough, because the more toward the top you land it, the more speed you exit with. But if you don't arms up enough and you don't reach the end of the jump, that's really bad, because then obviously that's a DNF. So 0.83 first run. I'm pretty happy with that. That's a solid time. I'm not sure if it's going to win, but it shouldn't be more than min damage. It should be close to the top if it's not the top. Zoman right behind me. I expect... Okay, and then Kern with the 49. So Zoman and Kern round, I think, are the 3 in GTR who have PBs faster than me. Dang. So that's what I mean by this start is difficult. Is you can get some air there. You just really need to make sure you get it smooth, which it's not easy to do. Yeah, that was okay. I think I'm down on speed, yeah. But I'm happy enough with my first time on this map. I wish Muse started a little better for me, but nothing you can do about it now. And then after this, we're going to go back to the 3 starting maps. The Agix map, my map, and Mortishade's map. Yeah, this does not improve, unfortunately. Still in first for now. I don't know. Kern I saw typing in chat. That was kind of clean. The 360 and landed it. Nice. Okay, I actually did win the round. So winning rounds is huge because I'm going to take no damage for that. And even though Zoman's only a couple hundredths behind me, he takes 200. There's a minimum 200 damage per round. You sure you don't want to do the intro again? I don't know what Lexer is talking about in chat there. I did one intro. I don't know what he's on about. Don't listen to him. That's propaganda. Okay, Agix's map. I need to be strong on this. This is okay. I'm gonna keep just to get a run in. That's actually not, that was a pretty solid transition. The speed isn't too bad, and speed's very important. I think I can make up some speed for my PB here if I do this well. Okay. It's a decent run. I shouldn't lose too much damage. As long as I clear this. Yeah, okay. It's okay. Point 2. So point 2, point 3 is what I was kind of expecting / hoping for in 2-minute rounds. My PB is a point 0. I thought 2-minute rounds, a point 2 would be a relatively strong time. So I'm happy with that. I don't actually think it's going to win this round, so let's improve. We have Kern, Zoman, Brown, Sad Doge, everyone who's been practicing. Yeah, Zoman passed me. Don't have time to reset. I don't think this can pass Zoman back. Maybe? Maybe with a very good end? Well, it doesn't pass Jacob Jason's time. That's crazy. I guess I just gotta make sure I'm within 2/10 from him to take min damage. No. Am I? Oh, I'm just outside. I'm gonna take like 210 damage exactly. So just slightly more than min damage. Okay. That's a really strong time by Jake Adjacent. That point's here. That's actually faster than my PV. Very impressive. I know he's been one who's been practicing a lot. He's one to keep an eye on. Him, Zoman, Kern, Quick Racer, Round. I mean, you know, the normal people that we always keep an eye on. So, yeah, slightly more than min damage there for me. But not too bad. I do wish I had a better start on Muse map. I think he had enough practice on the intro. I think my last intro might have been the worst one because I was losing my mind. I was not a happy camper with we did have some technical difficulties, which was unfortunate, but we're good now. Now I need to focus on setting a good time on my own map. Competitive advantage. This here is the important section, and I dropped my wheels. I think I still got time for 2 runs, so I'm probably just going to keep this no matter what. So I think that was a solid start. Okay, 141 is decent. I want at least 142. 143 would be very nice, and 144 is world record pace. But 141, not mad about it. That's a good landing. I should still get 2 runs as well. Oh, the slide out. 0.5. I'm within min damage of Kern, but okay, I do have time. I need to keep this no matter what. Yeah, Kern and Zoman on this map have looked super fast. Alright, good section here. I don't know if that's good or bad. Only 140. Only 139. So I don't believe this has any hope of passing Zoman's 0.2. I just noticed. So yeah, you're gonna take more than min damage here. GG's. Yeah, we see some players getting knocked out. Top 10 win cash prizes, so we'll keep an eye on how that looks. Yeah, we see some eliminations coming in. Top 10 is definitely still in it. Oh, Hydra actually with a decent bit of damage. I don't think he practiced these maps too much. On to Mortishade's map. Nice time, yeah. They are so fast. think that was an okay start. Yeah, I can get a good time with this still. This is another map my PB kind of had an insane start, so if I can keep up with it toward the start, I can actually pass it toward the end. I think that was solid. It's definitely not going to pass my PB, but should be a decent run. Okay, 0.4. Happy with that. Zoman with the 0.3 already. Zoman passed my PB again, and I practiced these maps a decent bit. Yeah, Zoman is looking very fast. Zoman and Kern, I think, are my two front runners at the moment. Is that good? No. Down on speed. Speaking of Kern, there he is. He does not pass Zoman, though, which is important to note. Oh, I think this is good. Yeah, let's go. No! Oh, that could have PB'd. Oh, barely. Barely, barely. Alright, gonna take min damage again, it looks like. Unless Zoman or Kern... I mean, really anyone. Jake Adjacent! Speaking of anyone, Jake Adjacent has practiced. He has looked pretty strong. I'm still within min damage of him. So it looks like me, Zoman, Kern, Round, Quick Racer, all within min damage. We're all taking 200. Jake Adjacent, 0 damage that round. Where am I? It looks like I'm dropping below 4,000 health right now. There's a few still above 4,000. Looking at the leaderboard, I'm in 4th right now for health. Alright, Muse map. I need a good time here. I was strong on this map in practice, so... Disappointing start I had on it last time. No, I bumped the wall. I need to at least make sure I have 45. I think that's a solid start. Yeah, it's okay. I think I hit that checkpoint higher than my PB2. Maybe bounced a bit wide there, but decent run. Okay, I think this is good. 0.2 behind PB. 518. That is slightly ahead of Jake Adjacent for first right now. 518 is a strong time. Try and improve it still. This map is the one that most people have struggled with the most, it seems. But for some reason, I don't know, I felt pretty strong on it. I haven't had too many issues in practice. I'm not sure if I can improve based off this start. Oh, and Jake Adjacent with the 0.3. No, not gonna improve. So I am gonna take min damage there. Jake Adjacent. Wow, that's 2 rounds in a row. It looks like he's gonna win. Kern just came in with the 0.4. And looking at GTR, is that his PB? That is his PB. Good time to set it. Good time to set a PB. Yeah, that 0.3 is so fast. I mean, that's 4th in GTR. Very, very nice time there by him. Myself and Kern take min damage. Mew a bit more, Round, Quick. Yeah, Zoman, this has looked like Zoman's worst map, so he's looked very strong on 4 of the maps. I think that's his weakness. He needs to mitigate damage every time Muse comes up. It's an okay start. I think I keep just to get a run in, because this map can be tough. Hydro's PB didn't save him, GG's. Yeah, I don't think Hydro has practiced much for this, so impressive he made it this far on very little practice. I think he had played the maps maybe once before. Alright, this should be a decent time. Kinda overjumped that a bit. I expect to be down on speed here. I'm even. Should be a solid time. I don't know if it's going to win the round. Another 0.8. I don't think I take more than min damage. If I could win the round. Worst case, I think I take min. But let's improve it anyways. I definitely can. Yeah. Wow, Kern with the 0.5. Never mind. No, that's not gonna do it. Wow, Kern with the 0.5, so I take more than min. That is very, very fast. That's basically world record. Impressive. I mean, Kern, we know Kern does that. He focuses up when it matters the most. We've seen it in Cup of the Day. Finals come along. Kern, Zoman, there's a handful of people who, when it matters the most, they focus up and they can set down insane times. So, yeah, I'm going to take slightly more than min damage here. Not sure what Mew is doing in chat. Looks like we are into the top 10, though, I think. Yeah. Everyone who played this round is top 10, so everyone still in it has won themselves a little bit of money. But it looks like Alexer and Mac Cheesy are eliminated themselves. That's on to the top 8 now. I'm in a solid spot here, but it looks like Kern has a bit more health than everyone else. I think it was me and Zoman pretty close next up. I don't know. Not great. I probably reset. Yeah. Not a great landing. This map I've had some struggles with consistency. That checkpoint doesn't really matter too much. Let's see what this is. I think this is going to be better than the last one. We'll see. We have to make that extra speed count. I keep so I get 2 runs. It should be at least a decent run. Oh, did I clear that? Barely. Okay. There was a split second I was in there, and I thought, oh no, what did I do? I don't have time. I don't think this can improve. It wasn't a great start. No. Yeah, way down. So, wow, Sad Doge with the 43. That is a crazy time. So I'm gonna take 400 damage here, and the 0.4 is not a bad time at all. Looking at who's left and what times are set, this is, I think, when it's gonna get very interesting. Everyone left is so strong on every map. Where am I? Yeah. I think at the start of this, I was in second to Kern, and I think I still am going to be, because Zoman looked like he was in third, but he's actually even lower than me. Never mind, Zoman got a last second time. It looks like I'm going to be in third behind Kern and Zoman. Sad Doge has won multiple rounds now. I don't know where he lost all his health, because he's won quite a few. Alright, back to my map. Let's try and get a win. We have the mapper advantage. Ah, the 140. It's not a bad time, but I'm not going to win the round with this. There's no way. That being said, I need to make sure I have consistency. I need to make sure I have at least a good time every round. Yeah. It should be a good time. It's not going to be crazy. 0.7, or 0.6, I mean 0.67. We see some 0.5s coming in. I expect improvements on everyone's second run here. Ooh, alright. I saw 142 and then had to steer to avoid the mushroom a bit. I think this improves off my first time, but I don't know if it's enough to win a round. Mew with the GG. It looks like she's going to be getting eliminated this round. Yeah, I improved off my first time, but did it even matter? I think I might take max damage no matter what. I love how Quick Racer has a 41.6 and he's complaining about how bad he is. Like, let's just GTR real quick. So he's got like a top time in the world, top 10 time. He's complaining about how bad he is. When you're up against Zoman and Kern, it's tough. Round hanging in barely. He is barely hanging in. We're into the top 6. This is gonna get tough. I think it's gonna be a lot of chip damage. I need to make sure I get a good run on every map at least. I think Mew's map is kind of the deciding factor. That's the one that seems some people aren't quite as strong. It's okay, I keep. This is gonna be down even more speed because I set up worse. It's okay, it's good enough to keep for now. Yeah, everything about this run is just okay. Wow, who is the .1? Jake Adjacent, very strong on this map. I think he won it last time it came up. Very, very strong time by Jake Adjacent there. So I really need to improve this, try and cut the damage I'm taking down. I don't know if I'm beating a .1. Gonna need a PB. Okay start. I have a better setup than last run. Okay, yeah, this should improve off last run at least. No, maybe it won't. That's disappointing. Yeah, that is disappointing. Let's see, is Round coming in? He doesn't have a time at the moment. And this is one of his stronger maps. On GTR, he had record. He might still have record. He still has record, so... Zoman coming in. Is Round in the... Who just crashed? Was that Round? Kern coming in? I think Round with a DNF here. Yeah, GG, he says. I think that was him just crashing at the end. So, that's going to be Round eliminated. We're into the top 5. Jake Adjacent, Quick Racer, Kern, Zoman, and myself. We all have a decent amount of health. Quick Racer currently last place health-wise, but he's got enough to survive at least a few more rounds, assuming he doesn't make any major mistakes. I don't know if that was good or bad. Okay, it's solid. I think this is solid. Potentially going to be enough to win the round, assuming I have a good end. Yeah, bit wide there, bit safe. Wow, I almost clipped that. .4 is a strong time on this map. That has a chance to win it. Kern with a .4 as well, but not quite fast enough. I think it was Jake Adjacent we saw .3 PB last round, .39, so... It's not a guarantee to win this round, but I am happy with the first round .4. Yeah, gonna need a reset. One more attempt at it. Jake Adjacent currently without a time. He needs to just get a run in. I think that's just too much steering. What's this gonna be? Yeah, I'll try and push it. I think this could be not an improvement though. Nope. Okay, Kern right here as well, and Jake Adjacent, so I think it's very likely I win this round. Quick Racer and Zoman would both need to PB by, I think, a decent bit. This is definitely their weakest map. This is what I mean by Zoman has 4 really strong maps, but Muse is definitely a weak spot for him. He's going to take a good bit of damage, unless he can improve. Is he on a run? 2 seconds 1. Oh, someone got time in. So Zoman did. He did improve quite a bit there. He still takes 400 damage, but that's much better than he was looking at. So, did get a win on Muse map there for myself. Muse, I felt pretty strong on, so I'm happy with that. Let's see. We gotta focus. Get a good time on Owls. Oh, I like that start, actually. Okay. I kind of messed it up a bit on that second turn. But it's still a solid run. It's nothing to panic about. Let's see if Curran can set basically world record again. This is a solid run, but with who's left, yeah, I'm already in last for who set times. Wow. Yeah, Curran and Zoman, very, very fast. Zoman has to really be pushing to try and win all these non-Mew rounds, because that's certainly a weak spot for him. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to improve. Oh, 137 flash? Let's see what speed I have here. No. No. I want 119 here. Okay, so looks like probably min damage. Wow, Jacob Jason as well with the 0.7. Actually, slightly more than min damage. Curran with the 0.73. Unless people are improving. Let's try and head over to the finish. Is that... Oh, Curran was coming in, but he, Quick Racer? Quick Racer. 07 from Quick. Comes in 5th place. That's a very good placement. Curran, Zoman, Sad Doge. Jacob Jason is Sad Doge, and then myself. Curran with the most health by a decent bit. Quick Racer expected 5th. Nice. He actually gets 4th place prize money, though, because we're going to pretend I'm not here for prize money. Since, you know, I organized the tournament, I made one of the maps, it is an advantage. So, I'm playing as a normal competitor, but Quick Racer actually gets 4th place prize money. That being said, we gotta focus. We're on a run. No, that's pretty bad. I need to just get a time in on this map. This map, I said it last time, consistency has been an issue for me on this map. So it's kind of annoying to not get my first run to the finish line. Uh, 126 is okay. I want 27 at least. 28 is a record pace. I don't think I got 2 runs. The question is, do I reset right now? This is not going to be that strong. I keep it. It's going to be an okay time. It's better than rolling the dice for, like, something could happen catastrophically if I roll the dice. I'm just going to take some damage, live with it, and not risk anything catastrophic. Watch me just get an insane start here. I think this is better than the last one. It's close. It's close. Yeah, that makes sense. I expected to be in last place with the current time I have on this. So what is it? 500 damage right there. How much health do I have left? 2,000? Yep. 2,000 health. So it's going to be pretty tight. I'm going to have slightly more than Sad Doge. Curran's going to drop below 3,000. He's going to be 2,900. Zoman stays at 2K. I'm going to be 1,500. And Sad Doge is 1,300. Alright, my map. risked that a little too much. It is nice to land that early, so I don't full arms up that jump just to land it early. But do need to make it. Okay, well, it's not amazing start by me. Already down on speed, but I keep so I get 2 runs. Again, 141 is okay there. Good landing. Should be an okay time. I do take the lead for now. With how strong these remaining competitors are, I don't actually expect that to stand, but I have time to improve it. Is that good? 143. 143 is good. No. What do I need to be? Oh, wow, I need to barely improve. I don't know if this does it, though. No. No, that doesn't do it. Wow, look at those times. 44, 45, 48, and me and Kern are going to take 200 damage. Is Sad Doge DNFing? From 1300 health. Wow. That's what I mean by major mistakes. That's why I took that run on Agix's map. You can't make major mistakes. So Sad Doge, Jake Adjacent, 4th place, very good placement. But can't make major mistakes like that. I'm into the top 3 with Kern and Zoman. Again, I'm not competing for any of the prize money, but I am competing for some of the pride. I think this is a okay start. Yeah. Again, I'm going to keep to avoid catastrophic mistakes. I have health to survive for a bit if it's just chip damage. Oh, and the slide out. This actually is not a good time, but at this point, I keep for 2 runs. Yep, 0.8. With who's remaining, that's certainly not gonna do anything. It's gonna be last place. This might be a better start. I think it is. Yep, this is definitely a better run than last time. This section is so important. Okay, I got that pretty good. This should be a good time. Potential to pass for first? I do snipe first. Is Zoman or Kern on a run? Look at how tight these times are. This is why we have the min damage. We expected times to be very tight. So it rewards whoever's able to squeeze out the most time. Yeah, it looks like no one's on the track right now. So I am going to take this round. Zoman and Kern, only a few hundredths separating all 3 of us. I needed it too. I only have 1200 health, so that's going to put them down 1800 for Zoman, 2500 for Kern. So I'm hanging on, but we are on to... Zoman's at the exact same time twice. We're on to Muse map. Which... This is the map where Zoman needs to put his hands 10 and 2. Just mitigate damage. And I need to capitalize. I still got 2 runs. It's worth the reset. I need to capitalize on this map. This is the map I think I'm certainly better than Zoman on. You could probably argue Zoman's better than me on the other 4. I don't think you can on this one. I just need to get a time in. Kern's right in front. Kern with another reset. So he only gets one run. I think I also only get one run. Do I keep this or do I try for a better one? I think I keep this. It's going to be fine. Again, I'm just trying to avoid catastrophic mistakes. Being said, I am currently the lowest health remaining. So it might be time to start going for those fast times. Start pushing for first in every round. And if I make a catastrophic mistake, it is what it is. So, yeah, I passed Zome in there. Kern will pass that. That's not a very strong time. For myself and Kern, at least. Again, this is definitely Zoman's worst map. I think he said it's the one he practiced the least as well. Wow, Kern with a 0.7 only. That is a bit disappointing that 0.7 wins. That's certainly beatable, but that's what 2-minute rounds will do. Consistency matters more than it. Zoman! I was already talking about Kern winning the round, and Zoman comes in and wins it? Wow, if Zoman's winning on Muse map, could be over for us. Me and Kern both only take min damage. Actually, I take slightly more. I take about 220 damage. Yeah, me and Kern, not very strong times for us, when, you know, compared to our PBs and how we've been playing, but very strong by Zoman for, that's his weakest map. Decent start. I keep to get 2 runs. No, I don't. It's time to start pushing. I see both of them on the track. Kern reset. Nope. So I'm only giving myself 1 run. This is a longer map. If you do any resets, really, you'd only get 1 run. Which is slightly concerning. I might need to play the jump safe. This is a bold strategy, because the start is the hardest part. So if I can't get a good start here, that's going to be very, very bad. Wow. Yeah. Time to focus up. Zoman right in front of me. I have to keep. I don't have time to reset. Okay, it's a solid run. Zoman right in front. Looks like we're doing about the same lines. That's probably to be expected. These are practice maps. I think I have to play this jump a bit safe. I can't risk crashing it. Yeah. So I didn't land right at the top. I'm going to lose probably about 2 speed for that. But I can't risk crashing that. I have to stay in. A DNF, I'm out. With a 0.9, that's going to be min damage again. It's just chipping away. So I'm down to 800 health. What do we go to now? We go to Agix's map. Ooh, I need to survive to mine and Morty's. I think I can definitely win mine, Morty's, and Muse. Agix is here. It's going to be tough. We're almost there, we are. It was tough for us to tell how long this tournament would take. We kind of expected this once we got to, like, the last few players. Everyone's times would be very tight, and they'd just be battling back and forth, chip damage. But that's kind of what we want. I think that makes it exciting. What is this? Do I keep? I guess I keep. Do I? At this point, I do. I don't know if it was the right decision, though. I mean, worst case, this keeps me in until next round. I'm not going to take 800 damage off this run, but it's not super strong. Yeah, the 0.4. So, I'm definitely not getting out, but I'm definitely taking damage with that. Let's improve it here. Nope. I'm just looking at my speeds there. It's not the most reliable part, but I've practiced this map and I kind of have a rough idea of being able to bounce both my verticality and my speed. think this should be decent. Okay, yeah, we can work with this. 127, can definitely work with this. This has a chance to take first, I think. Ooh, I think I lost speed there. Yep. My PB did not do that section too well either. That's a section, if I wanted to improve, I probably needed to get to green speeds. Oh. Wow, Kern with the 0 and Zoma with the 1. Very fast. So I'm hanging on by a thread at this point. That's gonna put me down to, how much am I taking here? 400? It's gonna put me down to 300 health. I can survive a min damage, and that's basically it. If I take any more than min, I'm out. Zoman getting pushed down to 1400. Kern at 23. My map. Come on. Mapper's advantage. The script is there. Nah. No. I lost too much speed. If I'm going out swinging. I don't think I take any safe runs on this round. Safe runs, I could still be out with safe runs. I have very little health left. It's not bad. Let's see how this wood section goes. I'll still reset if it's not a good exit. Nope. Yeah, my wheels hooked a little bit too long. It's not a bad thing for your wheels to hook, but I got out of it just a second too late. Just a fraction too late, even. Better start anyways. I reset it. I think that would have been enough to keep me in no matter what, but I need to go for a win here. That was looking like a 0.4, 0.5 all day long. Now I don't have time. I gotta make this work. Nope. Maybe. It might be enough to keep me in with a good end. I think I stay in. I think I can take min damage with a good end. I'm already slipping. I'm losing it. Decent landing. It's gonna be close. I think I'm probably out. We'll see. 0.6. As of right now, that keeps me in, apparently. How much health do I have? 340? Oh, no. Yeah, I believe that is me out. Is it? 340. It's really close. I'm doing the mental math. It's very close. Do I have like 1 health? I might have 1 health. I have literally 1 health. Oh my god. I have exactly 1 health. This would be the comeback of the century. Gotta focus. Now min damage is obviously enough to kill me. I have 1 health. For the clickbait plot armor. Yeah, that was planned. I knew what was happening there. Alright, I need to focus though. Oh, come on. I need to win, so I'm really trying to push these. It'd be so funny if I could at least make a run. Win this, win Muse. 0.2 by Kern is very fast. Very, very fast. No. The slide out. Damn, I think that slide out sealed it. I actually had a really good start there, but I need a PB to beat Kern's current time, and I'm just down too much speed. Yep. Not gonna do it. That's gonna be me out in 3rd. Again, for everyone who I beat in the top 10 there, I am not eligible for prize money. So it's as if I didn't participate. I'll set the time, just have it on the board, I guess, but not a strong one. It's gonna be me out in 3rd. I think that might be honestly best case scenario. Because winning my own tournament, no one wants to do that. And now we get to watch Kern and Zoman battle. That was a fun time, but it's time to watch them. So let's just check their health real quick. Zoman is just slightly over 1,000, and Kern is at 2,300. So Zoman, he's on the ropes. Kern has twice as much health, and then we have Muse Map coming up now. So Kern already has more health, and Muse Map is very difficult. I think you hit 7 twice, yes. So we can get to see both of them. Okay, yeah, Zoman with the reset. I think Kern is able to keep more speed. Wow, I was worried he was going to bump there, but it doesn't look like it. 113 checkpoint is good. 114 is pushing record, so he's on a very fast run. Yeah, this looks pretty clean so far. Didn't fully push those walls. You can get right up against them for record pace, but I think this is still fast. I think this is looking like mid 45 from what I can tell. How's he do the end here? People have had different lines at the end. So he does my line, it looks like. Can he get it tight? Yeah, 45-4. Zoman needs to mitigate damage. I believe that's going to be about 3-4 tenths faster than his PB. This has been Zoman's weakest map. So this one's about mitigating damage, and then he has to win the other 4. Looks okay. Didn't get to see the whole run. Yeah, 46-0. He barely gets time to reset. He does have this run. He has enough time to reach the finish. Needs to focus here. He's currently would take 600 damage. He would stay in, but that's a lot to take in one round. Oh no, not a good setup. He's down on speed. No, I don't even think this improves his 46-0. It definitely is not touching Kern's time. If he can get a good end, maybe he can improve the 46-0, just mitigate damage. Yeah, it could be okay. Maybe he has a good end. The middle was definitely a bit iffy. How's he do the end? Okay, he does me and Kern's line. I have seen some people, Maki with world record actually does a different line. He actually didn't. Oh, he did make it to the finish. Very slight improvement, which can matter. We saw I stayed alive with 1 health at one point, so Zoman, that's going to be, what is that, 500 damage, just shy of 500. Who loads in last? Kern loads in behind Zoman. So Zoman has 500 health left. Kern has 2,300. So Kern with a pretty commanding lead. It's not over. Let's hop over to Zoman. Zoman has looked very strong on this map. Unfortunately for him, Kern has looked very strong on every map. Low line there. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, okay, he's down on speed. That's what I thought. The low line is not going to be great for speed. You can see, that's what I mean. Kern bounces much higher, 137. This is fast. That's what I was looking for at that checkpoint, 137 on my like PB runs. 121, this is very fast. This is very, very fast, 119. Yep, everything looks super clean by Kern here. We're just going to stick with him to the end. Zoman has to be on a good run because Kern could be pushing record here. We'll see this landing. Gets it clean. I think this is pushing record. This is so fast. Coming into the end, just make sure he doesn't miss the finish somehow. 0.70. Not quite pushing record. I think that would only be second in GTR. Oh no. That would be, there's a few people faster than that. Zoman is one of them. So, he can do it. This is his only run. 145 still. It looked very bouncy, but I actually don't think it's too bad. 136, a bit down on speed. He needs a good end. At very least, Zoman just needs to make sure he survives the round. He can't get out. 121 is very fast. He had a great turn there. He made up some speed. He needs to just, make sure he gets this to the finish. This looks very good, 123. I think he's carried 1 extra speed than Kern has at most of these checkpoints. Get a clean landing. It's not bad. I think he jumped a little bit far and clipped his back wheel. He definitely lost some speed on that landing. Just get this to the finish line. I think it's still a good run, and it should be enough to stay in. It is. It is enough to stay in. So that's still going to be 200 damage. Zoman's going to be down to 368. And Kern's still sitting at 2,300. Way up there. Let's photo mode. Kern loads in last. We get to watch both of them. Zoman at this point can survive 1 more round of min damage, but he needs to He needs to go on a tear winning these. Kern, very fast, 107 there. What's the speed here? Actually, this is very important. 126, that's not super strong. 127 is what you want on the very fast times. 128 is record. So it looks like the distance between them has stayed about the same. Kern here just has to be consistent. He just needs to avoid major mistakes. Wow, they actually take off from that very different than I do, both of them. I'm very curious which is better. I actually liked my high takeoff, but Zoman currently in the lead. We'll stick with Kern here. Zoman's 0.2 is very fast. That being said, when you're up against Kern, you can't feel safe. Both of them will have time for another run. I actually just want to see what Zoman's speed is after this checkpoint. This is very important. And then we'll hop back over to Kern. Flashed 127, so that's pretty solid. In my mind, that's probably pacing for another 0.2. This looks fast. 107 there, and then what's his speed here? Holds 127, so he does have more speed. And speed on this map matters so much. Let's see if Zoman is able to improve, but I do think Kern's going to be on a run fast enough to take the lead, unless Zoman does improve. Yeah, this looks good. And then he does this low jump. I'd never really even tried that. Does look pretty fast, though. Coming into the end, he's losing it. He manages to stay on the track and get a 0.0. That is so fast. Zoman's going to stay alive, but he no longer can take min damage. He needs to win every single round from here on out. If Kern wins a single one, it's over. We're going to my map next. Both of them are very strong on it. I mean, both of them are very strong on all these maps. Zoman's 0.2 there is unbelievably fast. They're both playing unbelievable. Photo mode. And Kern loads in just slightly behind Zoman, so we get to keep an eye on both of them. Zoman with the early reset. Let's stick with Kern for now, but I think I'm gonna hop over to Zoman after Kern passes this middle section. So similar to Agix's, there's one spot I look for speed. Very, very important on this map. It's right after this. Very high. Does he get it? 142 is solid. For these two, I'm looking for 143. Zoman coming up to the wood section. This is the most important section. 139. He knows to reset that. Kern's coming into the end. I'm assuming a strong time. 0.4, pretty strong. Zoman can't beat that. Next run, guys. I don't know what's going on. Zoman can beat that. Let's see. He resets it. So I don't know if Kern found a skip through the mushrooms or something. He did like a week ago and we patched it. He might have found some other just absurd thing. 142. That's a good speed, but not enough. I do want to know what Kern is talking about in chat. He might have found something. A little trick. Where is Zoman? 142. So we did get to see Zoman's speed there. Kern does weird things. Yeah, good luck with that. Zoman needs to win this round or he's eliminated. Good landing. And he had 142, which is what Kern had. A tight end here. I think he might actually be able to take it with this. It's going to be close. Coming into the end. It is close, but it's not enough. He's going to take the min 200 damage, and Kern is going to win it. C3 survival. Congrats to Kern. That's $150 for first place. Zoman also earned himself a nice paycheck. They both played amazing. Thanks anyone who came out and played in it. It was fun. This is the first style of this tournament. Anyone watching these wants to play in any tournaments like this, like Cup of the Day, join the CTR tournament, and I'll see you, or join the CTR Discord, and I'll see you in the next one.